Kit Daniels, Infowars.com. Now, recently, Glenn Beck claimed that you're not really a Christian if you don't vote for Ted Cruz. And then we saw President Obama claim that there wasn't much of a difference between communism and capitalism. And then for the past couple of years, we've had Pope Francis pushing this liberation theology, claiming that socialism and Christianity are compatible. And then we've also had all these church pastors that quote Romans 13 out of context and in claiming that you need to worship the state and do what the authorities tell you to do. Now, all this reminds me of this essay question I got when I was taking a philosophy class in college, which asked me, do you believe Jesus Christ was a socialist? Why or why not? And I put, why not? Because, and I said this for so many times in these videos I've shot, the very definition of a government is the initiation of force in a given territory. Now, as far as I know, Jesus Christ never told anybody to initiate violence against one another. Instead, he told everyone to love one another. And that is completely incompatible with socialism, because in order for socialism to work, you have to initiate violence against somebody if they don't do what you tell them to do. If a socialist dictator says for somebody to do something and that person doesn't do it, the socialist dictator has to use force to get him to comply. That's the only way socialism is going to work. And that, to me, runs completely contrary to the teachings of Christ, to love one another. And going back to the whole Glenn Beck thing, that frankly, if there's a higher power that created this computer simulation we call the universe, you know, I don't think he'd really concern himself too much with these human institutions called government. So, you know, it's completely insane for me to see Glenn Beck going around telling people you're not a Christian if you don't vote for X or Y candidate. But now, going back to what I said about Christ, this whole thing is that the only human institution that I feel is compatible with the teachings of Christ is the free market, the voluntary exchange of goods and services. And of course, the free market is completely incompatible with socialism. And so I feel that the teachings of Christ are also incompatible with socialism. Once again, this is Kit Daniels with Infowars.com, and I'll be breaking more news and reports on this channel, Resistance News, so subscribe if you haven't.